Very good evening from London. Has been a relatively quiet session all the way up until the FOMC minutes were released, and we did see a big uptick in terms of price action and volatility across all the relative asset classes. In terms of the minute themselves, less dovish than the markets were expecting. The Fed officials, this time the use of the word many Fed officials instead of a few Fed officials, noting that further easing could be warranted fairly soon, and they did see this as a benefit to the US economy in terms of lowering interest rates, again using the keyword many Fed officials there. So a tilt towards further easing from the Fed, and that did cause a market weakening of the US dollar across the board. In terms of currency specifically, we saw euro dollar, the major pair, move above the 125 handle, Aussie dollar headed towards the 105 handle, dollar yen breaking 79 to the downside, tripping stops along the way, dollar yen falling approximately 80 pips in the move post the FOMC minutes. Elsewhere, given the dovish nature of the minutes themselves, US equity futures were boosted across the board, the E-mini S&P moving back into positive territory on the session, and the fixed income markets also supported, given that the mechanism of QE is buying in the US curve. One thing worth also noting that the FOMC minutes did show that there was a discussion of MBS purchases today, but a general discussion of all the tools involved in quantitative easing, such as a cut on the overnight interest rates, and also further guidance in terms of the Fed's fund rate. So wide talks in that last Fed meeting, and given then a slightly more dovish tone, we did see that hefty reaction in the markets across the board. Apart from this FOMC minutes today, there has been very little in terms of market moving information. There was a press conference out of EU's Juncker and the Greek PM Samaras, but nothing too market moving emanating out of there. Focus will then turn to the latter part of the week, where Samaras will be meeting the German Chancellor Merkel and the French President Hollande. But specifically back to the Fed again, all focus also turns to next week. On Friday we see the first of the Jackson Hole speeches out of the US, out of Fed's Bernanke. Market participants will not want to be disappointed from any comments coming out of the Fed chairman following the minutes today. But that's enough from me. Hope you've had a good trading day, and we'll join you tomorrow. Thank you.